Good morning, grade 10s. We're going to look at the direction of vectors in this video on vectors and scalars, Module 5, Unit 1 in your textbook. So first of all, we get relative directions. So that would be upwards or downwards, or to the right or to the left, or forward or backwards. Those are relative directions. So in the question, they could give you these directions. Next, we get compass directions. Now, compass directions, you get north, south, east, and west. So those are compass directions. 30 degrees east of north is another way to represent a vector. So let's see. If we draw north, north will always be up to the top of your page. South is always down to the bottom of the page. East is towards the right on the page, and west is towards the left on the page. 30 degrees east of north means that you are looking north and you turn your face 30 degrees east and you look in that direction. So that's the direction 30 degrees east of north. 40 degrees south of east means that you're looking east and you turn your face 40 degrees towards the south. So the angle that this direction is making is 40 degrees south of east. Another compass direction. 45 degrees west of south means you're looking south and you turn your face 45 degrees west towards the west from south. So that is 45 degrees west of south. 30 degrees north of west means you're looking towards the west and you turn your face 30 degrees towards the north of west and you look in that direction. Right. The next method is the bearing method, where the angle is always measured from north clockwise. Okay, that is the understanding, universal understanding of the bearing method. So here are some examples of the bearing method. 0 degrees, or a pilot would learn 0, 0, 0 degrees. Why do they use 3 placeholders? Because 360 degrees is a revolution and there are 1, 2, 3 digits in 360. So they won't just say 0 degrees. I'm just lazy to say 0 degrees. If you look north, your bearing is 0 or 000 degrees. 30 degrees east of north, so we're looking north and we turn our face 30 degrees east of north. That is a bearing of 30 degrees. So we've done that one and now we've done that one. 40 degrees south of east is this vector. So originally we're looking east, that's east, and we're looking at an angle of 40 degrees towards the south from east. Now that in bearing method is a 90 degrees plus the 40 degrees. So that is, in bearing method, that direction is 130 degrees from north. Next vector, 45 degrees west of south, means that we're looking south, and south is opposite of north, so south is at a bearing of 180 degrees. That is south. Now, 45 degrees west of south means that you're going to turn your face 45 degrees towards the west of south. Now, the bearing method measures the angle from north, so it's 180 degrees plus 45 degrees. That makes 225 degrees. So we've done that one and we've done that one. 30 degrees north of west means that we're looking towards the west, which is at an angle of 270 degrees. And we turn from west, we turn 30 degrees towards the north. So this angle is 30 degrees. And the bearing measures the angle clockwise from north around, so it's 270 plus 30, and that is an angle of 300 degrees. Now, some vectors are measured in the Cartesian plane. The Cartesian plane is your xy plane. Sometimes the angle is measured with respect to the positive x-axis or the negative x-axis. It doesn't matter. So this is the angle with the positive x-axis. Now, if that is the angle with the positive x-axis, you could also measure the angle with respect to the positive y-axis. That would be 90 degrees minus theta. So if this angle is 20 degrees, then this angle would be 70 degrees. And you can move anywhere in this Cartesian plane. I'm sure it's not too difficult to use the Cartesian plane. In grade 11, we'll use the Cartesian plane a bit more. Now, vectors with respect to the horizontal, you'll have the flat line, horizontal line, the angle of 25 degrees with respect to the horizontal, and that would be 25 degrees up. Sometimes the angle is 25 degrees down from the horizontal, in that towards the left, or sometimes it's down 25 degrees towards the right. Doesn't matter which it's measured with respect to the horizontal line. Sometimes the angle is measured with respect to the vertical. So this would be 45 degrees with respect to the vertical up like that, and this would be 45 degrees with respect to the vertical down like that. Right, not too difficult to understand. You must just be able to, in the different questions, assess or see whether they are using relative direction or bearing method or compass method or measuring it in the Cartesian plane or with respect to the horizontal and the vertical. Hope you enjoyed this and that it makes things clearer for you. In this last slide in this video, I would like to mention a reference point. What is the meaning of reference point? It is the position from where motion is observed, like whether you are observing a vector or movement in the vertical plane, horizontal plane, Cartesian plane with respect to the x or y axis, um, compass direction to the left, to the right, up, down. That would refer to your reference point.